All right, our next candidate for the Manhattan District Attorney is Liz Crotty.
Thank you so much for having me here today. What an auspicious day. My name is Liz Crotty, and I'm another candidate for Manhattan District Attorney. Thank you first to Reverend Al and the National Action Network for inviting me here today. I'm truly honored and humbled to have this opportunity to share with you some reflections on Dr. King's legacy. The lessons that Dr. King taught are just as important today as they were more than 60 years ago. Dr. King taught us that justice has to be built on a foundation of moral values. In 1958, Dr. King declared, "Government action is not the whole answer to the present crisis, but it is an important partial answer." And what is government action? In a democracy, we are the government. And as governors, we can change the laws that govern us. Government cannot impede these efforts, but rather it should facilitate the necessary changes. I pledge to you that I will work as Manhattan District Attorney to ensure that changes are made so that there is equal justice under the law. I am a confirmed New Yorker, born, raised, educated here in Manhattan. I have 20 years of experience on both sides of the criminal courtroom, 6 years as a prosecutor and more than 13 years as a defense attorney after opening up my own criminal practice. I have represented close to 3,000 people. My experience has shown me that undoubtedly the District Attorney's Office can do better. The District Attorney's Office can do so much more to bend this system towards justice for all. It's easy to imagine Dr. King's bewilderment and disappointment at the fact that the notion that Black Lives Matter this far into the 21st century is anything other than a self-evident truth for all Americans. It is easy to imagine because we share this profound bewilderment and disappointment. Here and now, I believe it is up to all of us to strive in our work towards the principles of fairness and personhood he died for. For me in my campaign for District Attorney, this means the fight for sentencing and bail reform, halting hate crimes, rooting out systemic bias, and ending the criminalization of poverty, addiction, and mental illness. But make no mistake, every neighborhood wants to be kept safe. All New Yorkers have worked for decades to successfully make their communities safer places to live. And we cannot let our most vulnerable neighborhoods be treated as expendable or collateral damage in the challenging times we are going to be facing. The news and social media portrays the Black and brown communities as troublemakers, but we must remember John Lewis, who worked with Dr. King, who talked about the need for good trouble. By that he meant one had a moral obligation to fight for equal justice. And then his philosophy that when you see something that is not right, that is not fair, that is not just, you have to stand up, you have to say something, and you have to do something. Let me tell you today that I, Liz Crotty, understand that the criminal justice system has to treat all who come before it, the accused and the victim, with respect for their equal rights. This is why I'm running for Manhattan District Attorney, because I have seen firsthand what happens to the innocent people who are wrongly accused. I firmly believe that one innocent person arrested is one too many. This is about fairness. If the system is strict for one, it should be strict for the other. If we are more lenient with one, we should be more lenient with the other. Everyone should be treated the same. The bottom line is you do not have to choose between your safety and your civil rights. It's not too much to ask that the police protect you without causing you physical harm. Police brutality must stop. Any person who commits a violent crime toward another, including a police officer, who is proven guilty in a fair process beyond a reasonable doubt, should be held accountable, should be taken off the street, and if the facts dictated, possibly put in jail. Now, some candidates may tell you we need new services and programs in communities where crimes happen. I say that's condescending. That crimes happen everywhere and by all types of people, from Fort Tryon down to Wall Street. We need fairness and justice so that we can continue to improve all neighborhoods, so that all neighborhoods can be safe and without police harassment. With your vote, I would be honored to be elected your next DA, and that's what I'll bring: equal justice, equal rights, and respect for you and your family's right to feel safe in your neighborhoods. Thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate it. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Thanks so much.
All right, next up for Manhattan District Attorney is Eliza Orland.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around to hear from all of us and to celebrate Dr. King. My name is Eliza Orland and I'm running for Manhattan District Attorney. And